All right.
Thank you. We are who we are.
All right. So I call this meeting of Hamtramck City Council to order. It's Tuesday, May 24th, 2022, and it's 7:02 p.m. Would the clerk call the rules, please?
Councilman Rafai,
Present.
Councilwoman Chakowski,
Present.
Councilman Hassan,
Present.
Councilman Al-Samiri,
Present.
Councilman Abdelmafi,
Present.
Councilman Chowdhury is not present. Mr. Mayor, present.
Yes.
We have quorum.
All right. Let's rise for the pledge of allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Do we have any community announcements?
Mr. Mayor, the Vice Chair of the Arts and Culture Commission, Lynn Blasey, is here with a few announcements.
All right. Go ahead.
Hi, Mayor and Council. I just have a couple announcements from the Arts and Culture Commission. As you know, we're approaching Pride Month, and I wanted to let you know that we are really excited to bring a huge art exhibition to Detroit. It's called Mighty Real Queer Detroit. It celebrates 77 years of Detroit LGBTQ plus art, and we'll have 700 plus pieces of art from over 150 artists displayed at 17 galleries in Detroit. We're putting on in partnership with Detroit's Art, Culture, and Entrepreneurship Department, and it also serves to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Detroit Pride. As part of that, we have 3 galleries in Hamtramck that are participating in this huge exhibition. It will kick off June 2nd at Menjo's, and then there will be openings Friday, June 3rd, from 5 to 9 in the Detroit galleries. Saturday, June 4th, from 5 to 9 in the Hamtramck and Detroit galleries. The Hamtramck galleries include Hatch, Olamon Cafe, and Public Pool. And Sunday, June 5th, from 2 to 6, there will also be events and celebrations happening. Throughout the weekend, you may notice there will be CCS, the College for Creative Studies shuttles, running through Hamtramck, taking patrons from the galleries in Detroit, Hamtramck. There's one in like Birmingham. And so shuttle service is provided, so any Hamtramck residents that are interested in seeing the artwork in the other galleries are welcome to hop on those shuttles, and routes will be posted at each of the gallery sites. In addition, to celebrate Pride, we are reprinting brochures and providing updated window clings this year. And I wanted to announce those today because, it's going to happen before our next council meeting. And then a couple save the dates. June 19th is Juneteenth, and we are planning an event at Sarah Garrett Park. It will be a celebration party honoring our black neighbors. We will have more information about that at the next council meeting. We also have a cultural series June 25th at 2 p.m. at the Immaculate Conception Rose Garden. This includes poetry readings from Polish-American poet Professor Warble, and then Bangladeshi-American Hawa Rahman is participating. We're still interested in Yemeni poets, if anybody is interested. Nudge, nudge. And I will make sure you get in contact with Colleen. And then also, as part of our participation with the Centennial, there's the Memorial Day event Monday at 1 o'clock, and I'm sure Kathy and others have more information. But we're helping plan that, and really excited. We're prepping the monument and all those things too. So those are all my announcements.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I was invited to that poetry event. So if I don't find somebody to read poetry there, I will go myself. All right, so the next thing is proclamation, recognitions, and presentations. And we have a presentation for Hamtramck Parks Conservancy.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have Deshandra Johnson, who is the recently appointed Executive Director of the Hamtramck Parks Conservancy with us, and would you have her come up? And the clerk has the presentation that she'll share.
Good evening.
Good.
Thank you for the opportunity, council and city manager, to present tonight. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I'm sure I'm probably standing between you and dinner or some respite, so. I just wanted to just make your attention aware to the packet that I'm not going to go through fully, but this is a PowerPoint presentation that will provide you with details about what's coming up, as well as some of our activities, and specifically my priorities as executive director. Next slide. And so, as executive director, I have oversight of the operations and management of the Hamtramck Parks Conservancy. And this is just a snapshot of all of the areas in which I'm focused on now and developing and building out. We are in the process of working towards our independence, which will mean that as a 501c3 that we just received our designation, we will be now independent under from our fiscal sponsor, the Michigan Municipal League Foundation. Our goal is to do this by December of 2022. And so we will be doing a number of hiring, other engagement, marketing, staffing, site improvements, assessments in this time frame. One of the big areas that we'll be also focusing in is our community engagement. Next slide, please. Here's just a quick overview. I am in my, what day is this? Let's see, this is the 23rd, so I'm about in my 33rd day. 33rd day. So I have done a lot of things my 0 to 30 days that are already underway, and I'm well into my 30 to 60 days. One of the things I would like to bring most to your attention that I think will impact this body would be us getting ready to start working on our land lease agreements so that we can more formally operate the HPC and working with the community Hamtramck Revitalization District Plan. I'm in competition with somebody who needs to be working at the park. You know, I just thought that was a Zoom thing. You know, when you start Zoom, then all the lawnmowers start, right? So I apologize. This next slide is going to move into, thank you, our 30 to 90 day plan. And if you can see that this is just a long list of things that we're working on. And so I'm kind of speeding through this because I want to bring a specific project to the body so that you're aware of. Next slide, please. This is a look at what we will look like over the next 2 years. We're going to start staffing, and we'll want to work with the community here in staffing positions that serve the park and our needs. I am filled, but then we also will be looking to hire philanthropy, engagement person coming on soon, parks and facilities, construction site coordinator that will then eventually turn into a park and maintenance ground position. We are also going to work with the youth and students in the community on youth hiring for this summer and beyond. We're also going to want to hire an AmeriCorps worker, working with United Way and other groups to work here, right here in the community. And so we have some needs to do community engagement, and so we're going to think outside the box about hiring people that have those capacities. Next slide. Thank you. And so the Kaboom project and the upcoming project that we want to just quickly talk about. We have a few Kaboom, we have stadium projects. I want to just bring attention before I talk about the Kaboom. The communications campaign is coming out. We're going to be working closely with all of our community partners on things that are happening in Hamtramck so we can put it on our website as well. So for example, the beautification committee, we've been in touch, and so some of those events we're going to go on our website, as well as the DIA events. The stadium project, we've been getting a lot of questions about this. We expect that there is going to be some completion where people can start to engage in June of 2022. I've been working closely with the city manager and her team on how do we work towards security, safety, and proper operations. We anticipate to have Juneteenth weekend events as well at our park through the Friends of Hamtramck Stadium, historic Hamtramck Stadium. We have been engaging in cleanup events. GM has been a great partner. We've also been working with Holbrook School. We're gonna have a whole cleanup initiative with Holbrook School over the next few months, starting with next month. Actually, no, I think next month in June. And in addition to that, we are gonna engage them in the next big project, which is Kaboom. It's a community playscape build. And we have been considered, per the support of GM, for 2 playscapes that we believe will be in the school district side of the Hamtramck Recreation District Park. So not the Veterans Park side, but more close to Keyworth Stadium. Design Day is tentatively scheduled June 16, though we may make some adjustments, and we want to engage about 20 youth. Actually, they pick the design. It's fun. It's like Habitat for Humanity meets parks, right? So we're going to build them. We're going to build them with the community, and we're going to engage. And so we'll come back to this body to talk more about what that looks like once we go through Design Day. So this is an overview that I'm going to ask that you review a bit further in your packet, where it talks about the needs, the group size, and what really this focuses on. But one of the things that's really important is this is community-led, this is community-focused. This is not them coming from the outside telling us how to make this happen, but this is us making this happen. So we're really excited to use this as our first proving ground of how we can engage a more accessible, more engaging environment for our park. And so in addition to helping us build this over a 3 to 4 day project, we also will have some support in fundraising and other aspects. Our impact and their impact has been very, significant. So we want to realize that. And we've also just been told off the record that they would like to use Hamtramck as a model of how to serve communities of this type in southeastern Michigan and around the country. And so we will actually become a model build for Kaboom if we're awarded June 1st for this project. This is an example of a playscape that was in, I believe, San Francisco. It may be West Side, West Coast. We are going to be picking the pieces. And so this community picked the pieces that look like this. We will have the opportunity through our youth and engagement of adults to pick our own playscapes. And so I'm very excited about that. This is the recommended project timeline. And so as you can see, it's very aggressive. If, in my 33 days, I didn't think I had a lot to do. Now I have this too. And we're really excited about the opportunity to really push ourselves to build capacity based on these opportunities. And that is it. Thank you so much. If there's any questions, I'll take them at this time. Otherwise, I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you at our future events and activities.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to approach Slack and unplug.
All right, yep.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right,
Thanks of your mentoring.
thank you. Move to the addition, deletions, agenda approval. Is there any additions or deletions? No. All right, we'll move to the public input then.
Mr. Mayor? I have Lynn Blasey on Favor Street. Welcome, 3 minutes.
Hello again, Mayor and Council. I have just 2 comments. One about item 2022-61, hiring the full-time fire chief. I think this is really important. I think this is really exciting, that we, once again, will have a full-time fire chief. That really says a lot about the priority of safety in our community. And in the same breath, item 2022-62, about the first responder training and recruitment grant. I'm especially excited to see trainings included in the grant on the topics of implicit bias, repairing trust, and de-escalation. I think that's really responsive to the concerns of the community, and so I am glad to see that in there. And that's all. Thank you.
Mr. Greg Kirchner on Connect, welcome. 3 minutes, Mr. Greg.
Thank you. My name is Greg Kirchner, and I am a member of the Friends of the Hamtramck Public Library. I'm also the executive assistant to the library board, and the library board has named me the director of the project. The project is Hamtramck WHPL-TV. I will start by saying something that Elizabeth Taylor said to all her 7 husbands. I won't keep you long. Anyway, we have just completed today the final installation work on the connections between library and the Comcast. Next week, we're going to be programming the equipment and then beta testing. So I presume it's going to be a couple of more weeks before we start streaming live. Well, it's not going to be live, it's going to be recorded broadcast. Because as we finish phase 1, we're going to be moving to phase 2, which is setting up a studio. To start out, I would like to thank Kathy Anger for cooperation on this project, and also the city clerk. Without their help, it would have been probably impossible to get going on this. Also want to thank the mayor and Councilman Jaskowski and Councilman Ms. Miri for also supporting us in this. So at this point, we are getting ready with the phase 2, trying to set up programming. We'd like to invite the city to participate in the perhaps daily announcements. Maybe I suggested that the city manager might need a press secretary, just like the president, so they can speak for the city and on daily basis and provide any information that we need. Also, the city could prepare the instructional videos, informational videos, and other things that the departments want to communicate to their residents. So this is what this station is basically for. We're going to be programming 24 hours a day, and of course we don't have the studio set built yet, but we're going to be doing that in the next phase. Of course, all the content is going to be recorded and then aired. The studio is going to be ready fairly soon, and would like to encourage not only the city government, but organizations and all of you council people. If you have any announcements or any messages to the public, feel free to contact the library and come in and record the message that would be placed on air. Now, right now, everything is going to be free of charge to anyone who wants to prepare a program, thanks to the Institute of Museum and Library Services and also the Library of Michigan, who have funded this project.
3 minutes, Greg.
Finished. Okay. So,
Top it off.
You can ask for an extra minute
well,
if you haven't finished.
pretty much that does that.
Good?
Okay,
Well,
finish.
Do you want to
Just
need
keep
more
finishing.
time? You can
No.
ask the council if you want, the mayor, if
Yeah.
you want to.
You want
That's
one
all.
more minute?
Yeah.
Okay, just to finish this up, I was asking for that all of you have access to it, and also talk to the organizations that you belong to individuals who have any talent, musicians, actors, individuals who are running organizations and want to make announcements, that the library is becoming a central hub for information. Any announcements about their projects, their events, and so on, if they let us know, we're going to put them on air between different programs, so that will serve as a daily communication media for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr. Mr. Mayor, I do have 3 emails that were sent in for public comment. They seem more like fan mail, but I'm going to read them. First one I have is from Peter. Peter Murray. I believe that's correct. He says, "Happy birthday, Councilwoman Jakowski. Thanks for loving trees. Keep up the great work." Peter Murray. Next one I have from Omer Thabit. "Good morning. Here's my public comment for today's council meeting. My name is Omer Thabit, and I just want to wish Councilwoman Amanda Jakowski a happy birthday. Thank you for all that you do for the city, and I look forward to continuing working with you on future projects. Have a great day. Thank you." Next one. Julia Sosen. "Hello. I wish to leave the following public comment at tonight's city council meeting. In celebration of my friend Councilwoman Amanda Jakowski, who recently ushered in another birthday, I would like to participate in my local government tonight with a public comment. Many senior citizens and neighbors with disabilities in Hamtramck are struggling to find affordable lawn care while on a fixed income and worry about getting a ticket. I am part of a local volunteer group, Hamtramck Mutual Aid, that is trying to organize helpers, but we cannot keep up with the need. My ask for City Council and the Mayor is to invest in programs that will aid in this effort, such as making lawnmowers available for volunteers to rent, or working with local nonprofits, Wayne County government, and landscaping companies to subsidize lawn care for seniors. My general ask for residents of the city is to consider helping out your neighbor if you are able. Thank you, and again, happy birthday, Councilwoman Jakowski, Julia Sosin. And Ms. Mayor, that is all for public comment.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I thought that Councilmember Fye was going to lead us in singing happy birthday to the councilwoman.
Is that a thing?
It is a thing. Go ahead, Councilmember.
Three, two, one.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Amanda. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, everyone.
And then you have to do the Bangla version, and you have to do the Polish
Yeah.
version.
How many languages?
6, 7.
Happy birthday, one language, that's all.
Do we have a cake here or something?
I don't think so.
So, I'm surprised Bill Meyer doesn't have a...
I know.
Um,
Hold on, my email's still open.
Okay.
That's it, Mr. Mayor.
All right, we'll move to the consent agenda. This is approved in a single motion without discussion. Item A, approval of minutes from the May 10th, 2022 regular city council meeting. B, approval of invoice register date ending May 24th, 2022. C, approval of pre-approved expenditure date ending May 24th, 2022. C, resolution 2022-60 approving Michigan Department of Treasury Form L4029. E, resolution 2022-61 approving appointments of Matthew WYSZ as fire chief. F, resolution 2022-62 approving acceptance of first responder training and recruitment grant.
I motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No objections? All right.
Mr. Mayor, could we have a moment to have the fire chief come forward and introduce himself to the community?
Sure.
Thank you.
Can you say your last name for the record too? So,
Matt Wyszewski. I'm a 24-and-a-half-year member of the fire department here in Hamtramck. Been a captain for the last approximately 4 years, a lieutenant for 6 years before that. Came up through the ranks, was hired in 1998, and brought us to here. And I'd just like to thank you for the opportunity to lead the department in the future.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All right.
New business.
All right, we'll move to the new business for today. And we have A, resolution 2022-63 approving agreement for residential development and sale of 2442 Andrus.
Motion?
Second.
Mr. Mayor, we have Carolyn Faulkner here, and it gives me great pleasure to bring her to the podium to tell about this lot sale. And it's my hope that every council meeting will be doing a similar thing. Ms. Faulkner.
Hello, hi Mayor, hi Council. There definitely is a lot of interest now that we've started putting up signs. We haven't even completed the signs and we're getting tons of phone calls. Today I'd like to present the development for 2442 Andrus. Mr. Abbas is here. Can you wave?
Yes.
You can just, yep, wave, thank you. He has given us all the required documents. We've been in conversation at least for 6 weeks, just, you know, making sure everything's in order. We've had several meetings. We've covered the development agreement, the timeline, and all those details. And I think this is a pretty straightforward application. Do you have any questions about this sale?
No?
Okay, thank you.
No, ma'am.
it looks beautiful.
All right. Thank you. No more discussion for this? All right. Then let's call the rules.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman Al Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Al Gramaki,
Yes.
Councilwoman Jakowski.
Yes.
Councilman Rafai.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, resolution 2263 is passed.
All right. Congratulations, Abu Bakr Abbas.
Abbas Mabruk.
We'll move to item B, Resolution 2022-64, approving amendment to NSP subrecipient agreement.
Motion.
Second.
Mr.
This
Mayor?
is Sean, yes.
I'm excited, this is one of the most exciting things. I just want to thank our city attorney, and also Harry Kalidrakis, who's not here tonight, our other city attorney. We've been working on this, the entire time that I've worked in the city. We've worked on the completion of the Sarah Garrett homes. Tonight, we bring to you the final financing that will allow us to complete the final 3 homes. You know that we had a commitment from Wayne County for NSP funds, which are Neighborhood Stabilization Program funds, for the ability to build 1 house. They gave us money wanting us to build 2 with that, and it just wasn't possible. And so we went back to them time and time again, and finally we have this commit for $950,000 that will fund the final 3 homes of a decades-old lawsuit. So this will be a point of celebration. We need to have this money spent by December 31st of next year, but we plan to get a shovel in the ground this year. And so we may complete this sooner rather than later. So we've got everything ready. We need to get to the point where we have the individuals who are going to be residents of those homes, but we are moving forward as we were waiting for these funds. So thank you for your support on this tonight.
Thank you. Any more discussion on this?
No.
All right, we'll call the rolls then.
Councilwoman Chakowski?
Yes.
Councilman Alvermaki?
Yes.
Councilman El Samiri?
Aye. Yes.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
Councilman Rafai?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2264 is passed.
Okay, thank you. All right, we'll move to the reports then. And I'll start with my report. So, I did not do a COVID update last week because the guy who was sending the reports to me left his job and moved to another one, and they stopped sending the reports to me. So I contacted them, and yesterday they sent all the reports for the past 10 days. It seems that there is a surge in the cases. Some days we have up to 17 cases or more. So, but it's not as serious as it used to be, and there is not as many hospitalization as we used to have. So I will try to make a COVID report soon and include all the past 2 weeks. The events that I went to over the past 2 weeks, the most important one was on May 13th. I was invited to the Federal Bar Association Immigration Law Conference here in Detroit. It's an annual conference for apparently judges and attorneys mainly, but they invited me to be one of the speakers. So I went there. It was this time it took place here in Detroit. Every year it takes place in a different state. So I went there and I spoke about topic of community engagement for the immigrants here, and something called Bridges, which is a specific thing for the Arab American community here in Detroit area. So it was a good conference. I learned a lot. I met a lot of people, judges and attorneys. I told them as a healthcare professional, I usually don't get along with judges and attorneys. Not you. I also told them that when we see judges, we get the black gown syndrome, just like you guys get white coat syndrome from the doctors. But in fact, there is nothing called black gown syndrome. I made it up. So that was a good event. It was 3 days conference. I attended. Mine was on Saturday, and then I attended Friday because one of my friends was one of the speakers as well. So that was one of the events. And last Friday, we went to Wayne County Community College. We met with the administration there, and we discussed ways of cooperation with the college and the programs they have and how we can encourage our residents and students to go for these short programs that can increase their income. And we agreed that they will come to Hamtramck, do some lectures or presentations for parents and students, so we can encourage them to seek some of these programs that are short and rewarding. And we discussed the problems of transportations for some of the students, and they promised us that they will find solutions for these, and we discussed future plans to build, good relationship and cooperation and collaboration with Wayne County. Hopefully one day they will build a campus here in Hamtramck. So that was last Friday, and in between that, attended so many events, weddings and everything like that, invitations. That's all for my report, basically, and we'll move to the Mayor Pro Tem report.
Thank you. Sorry, I was so busy with the work schedule. Finally, I have a little bit easy time coming. Thanks for Mayor and other council members who are attending all those community meetings. It's a good job. And every day, 11 to 1:30 p.m., I'm always in the corner in my office in case any community member, anybody need anything, they can come and see me. So our city moving forward with the right direction and my observation, my experience. So we want to continuously do forward. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for cooperation.
Thank you. I forgot also to mention that we visited the museum last Friday, and we were given a tour about the history of Hamtramck and a lot of interesting things. It was very informative tour. Now we move to the City Council report. If anyone wants,
Mr. Chair,
you can start, and then Samantha.
first I wanted to thank everybody that showed up here today, and then congrats to our new chief for our department. Just a reminder to our residents in the city of Hamtramck, as we know, we have street sweeping. And a lot of people don't move their vehicles during that time. So we be having complaints that some residents don't move these vehicles. So it's just a reminder to our Hamtramck residents, please try to read the sign on your street, see which day and time they're doing the street sweeping for your street, and make sure you remove those vehicles so we can keep our streets clean and maintain the streets also. And then just a reminder, thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman.
Yeah, so first of all, I want to say thank you all for wishing me a happy birthday. I was not expecting that, and that was really sweet. But there's a couple other things, is like we had attended, many of us actually participated in the clean sweep in some way, shape, or form, whether it was on the day that on Saturday that started in front of City Hall, or if it was on our own. And that kind of plays into the 100-year effort to clean up 1,600 bags of garbage. So they're looking for 100 volunteers to clean up 16 bags of garbage. So 1 bag of garbage per week throughout the summer. That will eventually equal 1,600 bags of garbage removed from the city of Hamtramck. So if you need more information about that, we can follow up with that later. And I did want to make sure that we recognize the Hamtramck Historical Museum for giving an open house for the council and mayor and show us the new update. And I encourage everyone to stop by there when you get a chance on the weekend. It is telling the immigration story of Hamtramck in a multitude of different ways, and it's really, really awesome. So definitely make sure you stop in. And they are also fundraising to help, pay some of the renovations that have already happened and continue to improve in the future. The last thing I wanted to say is that I'm participating in United Way for Southeastern Michigan's 21-Day Equity Challenge. And that's 21 days of readings that are sent to you on a plethora of subjects. And so it covers a lot of different equity issues that are focused on Southeast Michigan specifically. And so far, we're 3 days in, and the readings have been really great. So if that's something that you want to join in on, just let me know, and I'll get you connected to that project. And that's all.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, we'll move to the Chief Financial Officer report. No?
So tonight, we do not have a chief, your report is there. If you have any questions, please email me and I will be happy to answer those.
Okay. Then we want to hear your report next.
Thank you. So, some exciting things. I agree with our Mayor Pro Tem, said a lot of good things happening in Hamtramck. If you have not signed up for the City of Hamtramck Facebook, please do, because there's a lot of good information that's on there. I want to start with thanking our Community Economic Development Department that applied for the DIA Inside Out program. There are a lot of masterpiece replications here in Hamtramck, starting right across the street at Sussman Park. You'll find them throughout the city. The links to where they are on the city Facebook page. Please check that out. And there will be activities surrounding those beautiful paintings. And it'll be an exciting time for Hamtramck. You'll visit different areas. Additionally, we applied for an AARP grant and received benches, and then there'll be wayfinding. So around Hamtramck now, you'll see black benches at various locations, near bus stops, near areas where senior citizens travel. And so what that is to be a resting place if a senior or disabled person needs to stop, but we're all welcome to use those. But that AARP grant is aimed specifically at retired persons. So there'll also be some pamphlets going out talking about the walkability of Hamtramck and what our bus routes and such are. I want to remind everybody that the Memorial Day event at Veterans Park is at 1 p.m. on May 30th. Our mayor is going to be sharing some remarks there, along with the museum, Greg Kowalski, and there'll be some other activities going on. 1 p.m. on Monday, May 30th. On June 3rd, we have Wayne Metro and several other organizations here at City Hall from 10 to 3:30. If you have difficulty paying your utility bill, your water and sewer bill, if you have a need for home improvements that are emergency repairs, if you have a need for medical assistance and want to learn more about the Wayne County Healthy Community location here in Hamtramck at the Town Center, we're going to have different booths on that day. You can sign up, bring your documents with you for the RAP program or the LIHWAP program. Those are instantly approved if you bring the right documents. Check out the Facebook page so you bring the right documents. If you don't know what to bring, you can call the Hamtramck Public Service Department and they will tell you what you need to bring, or look on our website, hamtramck.us, under the Public Service page, and it says all the documents you need to bring, and people will sign you up on the spot. That will give you relief from arrearages, that you could avoid a water shutoff, and it will pay $25 a month toward your utility bill once you're approved.
And there will be Arabic and Bangla translators on site.
Correct. There will be translators here. The people doing the signups will be able to assist you. So a lot of good happening that day. If you're a business and you want to do business with the city of Detroit or Wayne County, check out the Facebook post the city put out. There's going to be an organizational meeting June 9th, excuse me, teaching you how to be a vendor for those cities, how to get signed up. If you make a product, if you sell a product, and you want to do business with either Wayne County, or if you sell a service or perform a service, they're looking for contractors, vendors, manufacturing, all kinds of things. Check out the Facebook page, and on June 9th, there's a meeting that will help you understand what steps you have to take to be one of their vendors. Lastly, there's a Helping Hand Golapayong, I'm gonna guess, blood drive at Medina Indian Restaurant, 11917 Conant on May 29th. Please attend if you are eligible to give blood and help your neighbors. Lastly, I did have one more, to the Centennial Cleanup. There's a lot of cleanup activities that you're going to see on Facebook. Please join. Join one, join all, you know, meet your neighbors, work in your own neighborhood. But the goal is that we have 100 people Now, we have almost 30,000. I bet we can come up with 100 that will each pick up 16 bags of trash or join an event to clean our city up before the centennial celebration. So please join. We're doing a lot of things with that. And if you would like more information about that, Max Gilginis is the contact at City Hall. That's MGILGINIS@hamtramckcity.com. Lastly, just a quick announcement that our clerk has been working on translations for the upcoming election. We're working with our Arabic and Bangla translators, and we're very optimistic, even though it's a difficult process, that we'll get where this council wanted us to be for the primary election. Thank you. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Okay, we're back to the public comment.
Mr. Mayor, we have no public comments.
Okay. And move to adjourn.
I motion.
Second.
All right, it's 7:43 p.m. Thank you.
Just go enjoy some sun, people.
Yeah, go back to work.
Is that the shortest meeting on record?
Yep.
What time is it?
Yeah, yes.
7:46.
That's impressive. His name is a good example. Whenever you see SZCZ, it's intimidating. Literally, it's just,
Oh,
it's SH.
I just.
SZCZ is SH.
You'll see. Say it again.
He says it with the W, that's why I wanted him to say it. Chef's